Estas eran Coney de anacomputers.com. Otro video para ti hoy. Another help tip video. This one deals with a goddamn fucking printer again. Would you like to know what the excuse is? The clown that submitted this request, ticket, whatever, claimed, quote, "My printer is not working due to bad snowstorm and not communicating to the computer." Now, I've heard of electrostatic discharge. I've heard of after lightning strikes. And if you do not have your electronic equipment hooked up to a surge protector, you could have murdered your computer equipment or electronic equipment doing an electrostatic discharge. I've never heard of a goddamn fucking blizzard or a snowstorm taking out a printer. How's that possible? They never mention electricity problems. How many lightning strikes do you ever see during a snowstorm? They connected their printer via USB Universal Serial Bus cable to a Microcrap Microslop WinBlow 7 operating system. A computer with that operating system installed. I don't know why, but you know, I don't know why people use Microsoft, but whatever. So they tried to blame it on a snowstorm. Here's what solved their problem. You remove the software. You go into devices and printers. Make sure the printer's not present. If it is, you remove it. Then you manually remove the printer driver. That's it. Then you reinstall the software. Bam! Connect the USB cable to the printer when the software installation prompts. Bam! You're done. Bam! Half an hour later. Printer installations are very slow. The software is bloatware, but it's an evil necessity. Evil necessarily. It's a necessary evil. Because how else are you going to print? Alright, I might demonstrate, I might not. I don't know if I feel like it or not. Now, since this was Windows 7, I don't have a Windows 7 computer. It's out in my vehicle. And so I'll try to demonstrate the best I can. So here we go. I can close this window. And I have to minimize that. Alrighty. So here we go. I think I'll just keep that one open. So what you're going to do is you're going to open up programs and features. You can use, and now on Windows 7, you just hit the Windows 7 start menu. Bam. You can type into the search box programs and features, or you can go into control panel and get there that way. I'm using Windows 10, so it's pointless showing you. And that printer is 15 years old. I may not get that many views on this video, but I was kind of surprised. Well, I didn't know how old the printer was until like earlier this evening when I, you know, prepared for my video. No, I don't script my videos. I just was kind of curious. Oh, there was something. I needed some information about that printer. Oh, I had to make sure it was the right one. And I noticed quickly in an internet search that it was like, or no, it was the end user. The end user said that they bought their computer in 1998. Are they still using the same computer? And they installed Windows 7? Well, that might be why. It's not the fucking snowstorm. It's your goddamn fucking, you know, first generation Pentium. It's your 486 DX250 with 4 megabytes of RAM. That might be why you're having problems. And then, you know, adding insult to injury, you install WinBlows on top of a very old archaic computer. Anyways, that was designed to run DOS 6.22. They claimed that the printer they bought it in 2004. So that's 15 years old. That's what happens when you make videos. But I don't think I'm a YouTube technology shill. I don't think I've sold out. So I've made videos and I pretty much knew I probably wouldn't get many views at all, if any. YouTube is rigged, by the way. It's a crapshoot. Some of my videos I make about hardware, well, you know, like fixing computer issues and printers, some get tens of thousands, even hundreds of thousands of views. Some 10. And I even try to use search engine optimization. I am delaying. I'm using stall tactics. I'm using delaying tactics because I fucking hate printers. Here's a tip. You might not want to use a inkjet printer. You might want to purchase a used, if you can't afford a brand new laser. Yeah, I understand. I have some empathy. Yeah, I wouldn't, well, me personally, I don't buy new electronics or computers generally. I buy used or quote-unquote refurbished. But anyways, I would avoid inkjet printers. They're garbage. They're trash. The inkjets are, they have circuit boards on them, and it's not like a laser jet printer where the laser jet just sucks up the toner. The toner cartridges are just plastic with toner. That's it. The inkjet cartridges, nah, it's got a circuit board, it's got a sensor, it's got a nozzle, and they get clogged very easily, and I don't want to talk about that crap. So here, that's a tip. You might be able to find a decent LaserJet printer used for $200-300. You might have to get off your lazy fucking ass and actually study and find, you know, a decent model or some good models that are still affordable. You might be able to get one for used on eBay or, I don't know, Amazon. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Craigslist, eBay. And I'm delaying. Okay. So as you can see, programs and features. So you would just scroll down until you saw your printer software, and then, you know, that would be it. And remove it all. Remove it all. Every entry. Because with these, some of these printer installations, they install multiple tools. So, and then you can sort it by date. As you can see here, you can sort it by date. And that might help you remove the appropriate printer software, all of it. Because chances are it would have been installed on the same date. Anyways, that's it. And then the next step is you then, I don't know if I'm going to be able to demonstrate this. Does Windows 10 have devices and printers? It has printers and scanners. You know, I might be able to go into control panel again. It may not have double menus there. Windows 10 is the most bizarre operating system I've ever used and troubleshooted. Let's see. Oh yeah. There's 2 menus in Windows 10. 2. Uno, dos, 2. I mean, most computer end users, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. I mean, trying to teach an average American computer user the Windows 10 menu, that is rocket science in and of itself. And so let's just confuse them even further, and you know, but here it is. Here it is. This is the devices and printers. There it is, from Windows 7 and Vista. Okay, so then, yeah, this is an example. Software removals for printers are supposed to remove the printer from devices and printers on Windows 7. If it's still listed, go ahead and right-click it, and then click on Remove Device. But make sure you remove the correct device, which is going to be an HP PSC, what is it, 1315? Some dumpster fire of a printer from 2004 that survived a snowstorm. What else did it survive? Let's see. 9/11 being an inside job. I mean, well, oh, I'm sorry. That was 3 years prior. Well, I'm getting ahead of myself. Well, you know, that was a pipe dream. It survived, you know, countless military interventions by the United States government military based off of lies and murdering innocent women and children. What else did this printer survive? 15 years. Wow, a nuclear attack, and I'm delaying again, and that's it. Now the next step is you're going to manually remove the printer driver. Yeah. Oh yes. Yes. All right. So now I want to. It's going to be the same steps, only on Windows 10 you get to a run box a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? I think you click the Windows 7 start menu button, and on the left hand side, I think almost towards the bottom is run, and above that is search or something like that. And then you have your you know, restart, whatever, power up, whatever whatever. You know what I'm saying? Just look for run. If you don't know what the fucking run box is, why are you using a Windows computer? A lot of the end users I support, they don't know what the fuck the run box is. The run box, I think, has been around since Windows 95. I could be incorrect. I don't know if there was a run box in Windows 3.11. Yes, I used DOS .622, and I used Windows 3.11 for workgroups, and I used Windows 95, and I used Windows 98, and somebody's out here in the hallway. I don't know if they're eavesdropping or I don't know. And I used Windows 2000. I did not use Windows Millennium Edition. Did I ever use it? I digress back to this video. So you're going to type in this command. And let me see if hopefully I can screen capture that. Did it disappear on me? No, there it is. There's the command you want to type in, just exactly the way it is on screen. Print UI for print user interface, and then space /s space /t2. That's it. Click OK. And bam! There you go. It will automatically take you to the drivers tab in the print server properties. As long as you type that command in correctly, it will automatically take you to the drivers tab. That's where you want to be. Where do you want to be today, Aaron? How about a blue screen, Aaron? How about a major meltdown, Aaron? And then, as an example, Microsoft Print to PDF will just claim that that is the printer. But it's not. Now, select your printer. It's going to be the HP, what is it, PSC 1315? I am surprised I can even remember that. Because I hate printers. I just fucking despise printers, especially inkjets. Desk jets. Laser jets aren't too bad. They're not perfect, but mechanically and less problems, but just whatever. So then what you would do is you would click on remove, and then you want to choose the second one, remove driver and driver package. So you're going to remove the driver, and then the package, it's going to remove it entirely off your Windows 7 computer. Printer drive, well, Microsoft operating systems are classic for corruption, pun intended. Microsoft Corporation is very corrupt. So is Malwarebytes, but you know, I'm still thinking about the Malwarebytes employee that illegally circumvented Microsoft servers. That's a classic. I'll never forget that. Never. All right. So on Windows operating systems, a lot of times the drivers and the packages gets corrupt. And so if you do not manually properly remove them, it's just gonna be a circle. It's gonna be an endless loop. An endless loop, and you'll never fix the problem, potentially. I'm not making that up. So you would click OK, and then say click on yes, and then you'll get this box. Now the delete is grayed out. But on your computer, Windows 7, hopefully the delete button is not grayed out and you can delete it. You might get 2 errors. Number 1, printer is in use. If you see that, anything about in use when you try to delete it, restart your computer and try it again. Generally, what you want to do is you want to restart your computer after you remove the software. A lot of times the printer installs will, they will prompt you, but not always, or end users forget, or they just don't do it. So here's a tip: don't do that. Don't do that. Whenever a computer operating system tells you to restart the computer for an install or a removal, do it. Do not ignore it. Don't do that, because there's a reason why the operating system has to restart, and that's so it can properly either remove software, remove drivers, or if it's, you know what I'm saying, or if it's an install, same deal. There's a reason. It's not just an accident. It's not, because there's a blizzard, and no. Computers do not discriminate based upon weather conditions. They don't care. They do not like water. Water and electricity do not mix. But you know what I'm saying. They don't get emotional. They don't. You do. You goddamn Americans, you get very emotional. You are fueled by emotions, and you refuse to use logic. And you wonder why you have so many problems. The other error is a false positive. It will stipulate that the INF file cannot be removed. Who fucking cares? Just move along. Nothing to see here. Move along. That's a false positive. Never affects anything. I don't give a shit, because I've performed printer fixes and reinstalled software with that dumb shit. INF file cannot be deleted, and it didn't affect anything. So, all right. So that's it. So in your case, you would click delete, and hopefully you can delete it. If you cannot, because it says the file is in use or the printer is in use, then restart Windows and try it again. In extreme cases, you may not be able to delete the driver. In extreme cases, I don't recommend that, but if you have no other choice, go ahead and skip that step and reinstall the printer software in it, and hopefully it'll work. All right, anything else? Now that's it. Then the only other step would be for you to jump in a goddamn fucking snowbank and, blame everything on a goddamn fucking snowstorm. That's it. Then you would download the software. I will include a link in the description box of this YouTube video so that you can download the software. And that's it. And then don't connect the printer until you're told to. When the software installation prompts you to, it'll ask, "Hey bitch boy, hey bitch girl, how do you want to connect your printer?" "Oh, USB cable, Ethernet, or wireless?" Well, you choose whichever one. In this instance, it would have been universal serial bus. Here's another tip that I usually don't talk about. If you're a computer neophyte, you don't have that much experience, don't fuck with wireless printing. Just don't. I would say even Ethernet. Ethernet is easy. Ethernet, you just plug in an Ethernet cable from the printer to the router or switch. But if you don't know anything about networking and you're janking around trying to get the printer on an IP address, don't fuck with that. Universal serial bus is old school, and it still works. It's just a cable. Just don't overcomplicate things. You don't need to overcomplicate things. There's really no reason to print wirelessly, really, when you think about it. Why? Okay, well, I know. You're not using a wired cable, but it's just, there's a lot of end users I support. They have no business, pun intended, using computers, and especially fucking around with Wi-Fi. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. They don't know what an SSID means. They don't know what their password is. They don't even know that you have to connect the printer to the wireless router half the time. And then a lot of times they get new internet service providers They switch from comp crap to... These motherfuckers in this hotel love to slam doors. The doors shut loud because they, like, if you're holding the door, well, if you open the door and then just drop it or let it go, it slams, and sometimes it slams loud. But these knuckleheads haven't figured that out. These motherfuckers in this hotel haven't figured out physics. And, well, okay, oh, well, I'm not going to let the door slam because I don't want to upset the other tenants. I'm going to hold the door, or I'm going to hold the door and gently close the door. I'm not going to let it just slam, and I'm certainly not going to help it slam. But no, not in hotels, no. It's the opposite. They help physics along. I think I want to live in some kind of like underground facility about 50 miles away from any humans, you know, so I can finally get some sleep and some peace and quiet. Oh, did I digress again? Oh, I'm sorry. I was doing so well, I almost finished the video, and then I just was like, not interested. This will be video number 1 out of 100 straight about printers. No, that's not true. My second to last video did not deal with printers, and I think I was happier in that video. If you notice my mood swings, it may be because of the the issue I'm resolving. Anything else? To save yourself headaches, don't fuck with printing with wireless or Ethernet. Just don't fuck with it. Especially that's what the universal serial bus cable is for. It's so easy. Now here's some extra tips. Nah, I don't know if I want to go through that. That's what fixed the issue. They removed the printer, blah blah blah, manually removed the driver, removed it from devices and printers, installed software, and then connected the universal serial bus cable when I told them to, and then bam, and then the software installed, and then boom, they start printing. Well, they had another problem, which I'm not gonna. I'm just mentioning it because this clown had multiple problems. I think they replaced the color cartridges, printer cartridges, and all of a sudden it would only print in black. I don't support printer hardware. No, you can. You can sign up to become institutionalized in a mental ward. Not me. No, I don't. No. No. Maybe I'm an idiot and a moron. I've always hated trying to troubleshoot printer hardware. I don't waste time. Total waste of time. Most printer errors are impossible. It depends on the make, the manufacturer, the model. Depends on the type error. The classic Canon B200 error. That's a very popular error on this website. But you know what I do? Click. I click away. I click a link and that ticket never shows up again. Because I don't fucking waste time with printer hardware. Especially inkjet printer hardware. Just garbage. Gutter trash. I don't know if I want to give you any more extra tips. If the printer still won't print, disconnect the power cable from the wall. Disconnect the power from the back of the printer unless it's a hardwired. Press and hold the power button on the printer for 30 seconds to a minute. Leave the printer alone for 5 minutes. Come back. Connect. Also disconnect the USB cable if it's connected via USB. This is apropos for this incident. USB universal serial bus cable. Disconnect the universal serial bus cable from both the printer, the square end, and also the flat end from your computer. Come back, reconnect the universal serial bus cable, the square end, into your head, your ass, the square end of the printer. A square end can't plug into a flat end, right? And vice versa. Plug in the flat end into the square end on your Android. No. The flat end onto your computer, USB, right? Then power it on and see if it'll print. Another tip about universal serial bus is try a different universal serial bus port cable on your computer. Try a different port. Computers have multiple universal serial bus ports. Try a different one. Or you know what? Say fuck it like me and don't ever buy a printer again. I'm being honest. I don't plan on ever buying a printer again. I don't need one. I'm being serious. There's only a few documents I ever have to print in a year, you know, but you can go to a library, and some libraries might be free, some libraries might charge you 5 cents or 10 cents per printout, and they've got very nice LaserJet printers. It depends on what library, you know what I'm saying? Or hotels, if you're staying at a hotel, some hotels have a guest computer and a guest printer. Or if you kiss a lot of ass and you smile at them every day for about a month, and then you pay your hotel bill on time, and you smile at them with your pearly whites, and and then you drop the big bomb on them. Well, honey, I paid my hotel bill this morning and I'm kind of in a predicament. Would you so kindly, lovingly print out something for me? I know your guest computer doesn't have a printer, but I see a big printer back there. And could you please, I'll take you to lunch and then I will sexually harass you after that. I mean, yes. I don't plan on ever owning a printer again. If I did, I probably would get institutionalized. Adios!